What's going on? This is Kareem from DJBooth.net, and I'm here in the lab to give you guys a quick rundown video review of the brand new Hercules Monitor 5 studio speakers. So with these Monitor 5s, this is their newest iteration of their Monitor 5 lineup. They've had others in the past, but these ones blow all of the others away. They have better build quality, better sound quality, and just a better monitor all around. They come in pairs. You can get them for $299, and we're definitely going to compare these versus the KRK Rokit 5, the G4s. We have those in the studio here as well, and we were able to go back and forth side by side with these, and we're going to compare them in every angle and shape and form, including in the features. We're going to compare them with the sound quality, and we're also going to compare them with the build quality. So right at the top we have build quality, and these are built very, very well. They come with high density MDF. They're very, very solid. They're 15 pounds a piece, and they're much bigger, wider, and taller than the Rokit 5s. The Rokit 5s weigh in at 10 pounds, so these are very hefty. They're very big. They're more to the size of like a Rokit 7 almost, but they were able to get the woofer in there, the amp in there, and still have a nice solid package. So if you're looking to save on space, you may be able to look in other places if you really want a smaller 5-inch cabinet, but I like having nice, hefty, and really well built equipment, and the Hercules Monitor 5s definitely suit that bill. They have the high quality MDF enclosure along with metal plating on the back and a plastic on the front in order to house your power button and also your volume control knob. And it also has front-facing bass ports, which is really good, so that way you can have these up against the wall in your studio, and you don't have any bass ports on the back, so that way you can have these right up against the wall and don't have any fear of losing any of your sound quality with the bass that thumps through the woofer. So we're just going to move right along to the features, and the first features that you guys see on this, on the front panel, is the volume control knob, which is very, very useful, very helpful for when you want to control right there from your desk without having to reach up and reach behind the actual speaker in order to get to the controls. And you also have your on and off switch for each of your speakers as well. Very good plus to have those on the front, so that way you can easily turn them on and off, and you can easily adjust your volume. On the back, the other features that we have are 3 different inputs. Very good to see all 3 represented here, all of the 3 major inputs anyway. You have your RCA, your TRS, and your XLR. The last 2 are balanced, of course. And then you have your low frequency, high frequency adjust switches that allow you to go between plus 2 dB, minus 2 dB, or 0. And then you have your low cutoff for your bass that goes between 56 hertz, 80 hertz, and 100 hertz. Now, these switches really made a huge difference in the sound immediately that was coming out of the Hercules Monitor 5s. It made the bass go away or come back. It also changed the way the highs and the mids sound. So it was really good to see these features here on the Monitor 5s. The Rokit 5s also has that DSP panel back there. That's really cool to have. They do cost a little bit more than these, but this low frequency, high frequency, and low cutoff switches that they have here really much does almost the same job as that. But the sound is very different from the Rokit 5s and these, and that's going to bring us to the next section, which of course is the sound quality. So how do these sound? They have really crisp highs and mids, even crispier than the KRK Rokit 5s, but in the bass category they are kind of lacking there when compared to the Rokit 5s. The Rokit 5s have a lot more bass, but if you want to get a more accurate reproduction of the original sound material, then these probably will give you that. They are still rounded, of course, because they're advertised for DJ use in your home as well as doing your studio monitoring and things of that nature. But at the same time, these are a little bit flatter than the KRKs. So depending on if you want more bass or if you want better highs and mids, that's what you're going to have to look for when you're going to compare these to the KRK Rokit 5s. So sound quality, pretty good. A little bit flatter than what you would expect from a KRK, but not quite as flat as like the Yamahas that are out there that everybody loves. So these are going to be better for your DJ use and to have right in front of you. One of my minor gripes is that they're not very loud. They don't get super loud. So if you have a room that's like 15 feet by 15 feet and you want to fill that room a little bit more in your DJ vibe, you might want to get something that's a little bit bigger than these. Maybe you're stepped up to a 7-inch monitor. So that way you have a little bit more sound coming out to fill up your space. Also, you may also want to get something a little bit smaller than these if your room is a little bit smaller, your desk is a little bit smaller, because again, these 5-inch woofers are actually pretty big. Their housing is about as big as most 7 or 8-inch woofers that you have out there in the market today. So in conclusion, these Monitor 5s are definitely good competitors to the Roccat 5s. If you want better highs and mids, I'd go with these. If you want to get something with a little bit more bass and punch, you may want to go with the KRKs. But that's up to your own sound preference. They have really great construction with this really high density, thick MDF wood style material. Really great construction. They also have those front-facing volume control knobs along with the power switch. You also get your 3 different inputs here, your RCA, your XLR, and your TRS, and then you have your different frequency cutoff switches that actually do a really good job at shaping the sound to what you want. On the downside, they're not very, very loud, so if your room, again, is going to be about 15 feet by 15 feet or close to about that, you might want something a little bit bigger. And also, the sound's not really super flat to give you an accurate reproduction of the original source material. The Yamahas are a lot flatter than that, and there's other monitors that are out there that give you a more accurate reproduction. These are a little bit rounded, but again, they're not as round as the KRKs. So for more on the review summary, you guys can head on over to www.djbooth.net/DJS. Then you can type in Hercules Monitor 5 and you'll find the review summary right there on our page. Also, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up if you like videos like this one. Make sure you guys subscribe because we have a lot more videos coming, yes, before the holidays, before the end of the year. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And as always, thanks for watching.